Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be talking about all the books that I acquired in April. I want to preface this. Use your library. I'm not necessarily for capitalism. But you know what? If you want to spend money, spend your money on whatever you want to spend it on. Because obviously you'll see I think I got 20 books this month, which is pretty good because I read 18 books this month. So it's close enough, right? Yeah. So getting into it, the first thing or things that I picked up in the month of April is the box set of the Heroes of Olympus. So I'll just run through them quickly. The Lost Hero, you can see that okay. The Son of Neptune. I don't really like this cover, but the Mark of Athena. It's got a spooky spider on it. The House of Hades. And the Blood of Olympus. Like I said, I got this in a box set, and for some reason they came like super dusty and dirty, even though they were like wrapped up in plastic. And the edge of this one is like, you can't tell as much, it doesn't look that bad, but it's like super beat up on the spine for some reason. But anywho, I don't know anything about this series except for it's like the continuation, not continuation, but it's the series that comes after Percy Jackson, which I finished last year, maybe 2 years ago. Yeah, I think last year. So continuing on in the Percy Jackson realm of things. Also, this book, I did try like read. I was like, I should probably read to know what this is about before I talk about it in the video. The back doesn't even say, it's just like a quote of, it says, 3 new heroes, 1 missing demigod, a curse that threatens them all. That's literally all it says in relation to what it could be. It doesn't even have a barcode either, so that's a little suspicious. None of them do, but whatever, that's fine. I'm moving on. Next up, I have the only book in this stack that I've read so far, which is The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss. I talked about this in my April wrap-up. Kind of hard to describe this book. It's kind of like historical fiction meets classics meets fantasy-esque. We have Mary Jekyll, who's the main character. Her dad dies. Well, both her parents die. She doesn't really have any money. She teams up with Sherlock Holmes and Watson and some other folks to help save these girls who end up being like a girl squad. I will definitely be continuing in the series. I thought it was pretty good. Here we have The Luminal Zone by Junji Ito. I've read multiple Junji Itos at this point. He's a manga horror manga artist. My gosh. This one's pretty short. I think this is, most of his stories are all the ones I've read so far are short story collections. So I think this is the first like standalone novella, given how tiny it is. Here's the back. But I really like his art style most of the time. And this one I think has to do with, I just read the inside of this a little bit, and it is not at all, this book is not at all what I just explained it as. So, after abruptly departing from a train in a small town, a couple encounters a weeping woman, a professional mourner, sobbing inconsolably at a funeral. Mako changes afterwards. She can't stop crying. In another tale, having decided to die together. Oh, maybe this is more than one. You know, I don't know. Either way, I'll read it. Whenever I do, I'll get back to you guys on it. Moving on, I have The Wicked Remain by Laura Pohl. This is the second book to Grimrose Girls. I'll pop a picture up here if I remember to. I read this one last year, I'm pretty sure. Gave it four and a half stars. I thought it was pretty good. It is like a fantasy novel about these 4 girls, and one of their friends dies. Forgive me if I am saying the wrong thing because I read it last year. But one of the girls dies kind of suspiciously, and so the girls kind of figure out what's going on. I thought the twist, I think it was a twist, in that book was pretty good, hence me picking up the second one. So, and I think this one is basically just a continuation of the kind of twist thing that happened at the end of the first one, and breaking a curse. So I'm not sure if this is going to be a duology or trilogy, however long the series is going to go on, but either way, hopefully it's a good one. All right, so in March, actually, I read A Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy, I believe is what it was called. It was The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, the second one. And I recently went to La Crosse, Wisconsin with my boyfriend and his family, and we stopped at a little independent bookstore called Pearl Street Books. They gave me a cute little bookmark of their times. Not that it matters, but still cute. And I picked up a couple books there, including the 3rd book in that series. This one is called The Nobleman's Guide to Scandal and Shipwrecks by Mackenzie Lee. I am not really a historical fiction girly. Historical fiction girly. But the first book and the second book, I gave both 5 stars, which is very surprising for me. So hopefully we can continue the trend with the 3rd one here. The 3rd one, we're following Adrian Montague, which I don't even know who that is. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know who I thought this book was about, but considering it's a Montague sibling novel, I'm not exactly sure what I need. I don't know what I was thinking of who this was about, but either way, I'm excited to read it. I hope there's more LGBT representation, maybe some mental health representation. I'm not entirely sure. I'll get back to you guys on it. The next book that I picked up at that independent bookstore is All About Love by Bell Hooks, New Visions. I don't know a ton about this except for it is like nonfiction, but everyone always talks about Bell Hooks and how her writing is so beautiful and prolific, and I thought, you know what, might as well pick it up and see what it is about. Up next, I have a romance that has been on my list for a long time, and by that I mean like multiple years since it came out, which is The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. I have only read one Christina Lauren in the past, and it was, I can't remember what the name of it was. It was the Christmas one, and it was bad. I gave it like 2 stars. What is that book called? I don't know. I'll pop up a picture here. Didn't love this one, but everyone talks about this book and how it's so good. This one's Enemies to Lovers, which isn't my favorite thing necessarily, but with how much people talk about this book, I think I'm gonna love it. I think it'll be a great summer read, great to bring on vacation or when I have a day off, whenever it comes to me. But I'm really excited for this. This one is about Olive, who is a twin, and she is the bride, the best, what's it called? Maid of honor at her sister's wedding. And her and the best man, Ethan, are the only people who don't get food poisoning at the wedding. So the 2 of them go on the honeymoon trip, and I don't know if they pretend to be married, because I don't see why you would really have to, but either way, excited for that one. The last 3 books that I picked up at that same little bookstore were a couple of Hardy Boy books, actually. If you don't know, I have which you probably don't know, because I haven't posted in years. But I have a pretty, I don't know if extensive is necessarily the right word, but I have an entire shelf of Nancy Drew books, an entire shelf of Hardy Boy books. I'm trying to collect them all. So whenever I go to like an independent bookstore or Half Price Books, I usually pick up a couple of them if they have the ones that I do not currently own. And so I picked up, let's go over here, The Crisscross Shadow, number 32, The Secret of Pirates Hill, 36, and The Ghost at Skeleton Rock, 37. I quite enjoy this cover because one, it looks like they're gonna crash, and two, they're being shot at. So it's a little aggressive, but Nancy Drew and Hardy Boy books to me are absolute classics, no matter how, you know, a lot of times the mystery just falls into place and the bad guy just falls into place, but they're a nice little nostalgic read for me personally. So keeping up with the nostalgic theme, I also recently went to an independent bookstore in Rochester, Minnesota, which was called Garden Party Books. It was so cute. I got lots of different things. Got a candle, a sweatshirt, stickers, and the book selection wasn't, at least the day I went, they didn't have a ton of stuff I wanted, except I went into the kids section, particularly looking for either Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys, Rick Riordan, or, you know, those were like my three main points I was looking for. But instead, I found a classic, which a lot of you probably don't even know what this is, but for me, these are classics. I found 5 of the Geronimo Stilton books, including, I'll read them off to you, Red Pizzas for a Blue Count, currently in the middle of that one, The Journey Through Time, Dinosaur Disaster, A Very Merry Christmas, this one looks super cute, Shipwreck on the Pirate Islands, that one also looks fun for summer, and The Phantom of the Subway, all Geronimo Stilton. Fun fact, here I'll hold one of them up. Fun fact, these books were originally in Italian, I believe, and then they were translated to English in like 2004 and 2005 when I was just a little baby in elementary school, and I absolutely loved these books. They were so good. My favorite part, I'll show you. 1, character map with all the characters. Not all, but you know, some. Pretty good. And then I also really liked it, well, this is so dumb because I'm like 25 years old now, but I really like that, like on here, some of the words stick out differently. It really helps the little ADHD brain up here. Personally, I find it so hard to sit down and read an entire book that is, you know, just like the typical, like that. And I know these are for babies. I don't care. I think they're fun. And on the back, not only is there one map, no. 2? No. Technically, there's 3 maps. This one's like the inside of a house, but they're so fun, so nostalgic. Love it. All right, guys. We have gotten to the last book of my book haul. I am literally surrounded by books right now. My dream. But this is one of my most anticipated reads of 2023. Which, side note, I don't know about you guys, but most of my 2023, like, anticipated releases, the ones I'm most excited for, are like all middle grade. Oh my god, middle game, I almost said. Are all middle grade, which I think is very interesting. I have 3 coming in the mail right now because they all came out today on May 2nd, which is when I'm filming this. Excuse my dog in the background. But this one came out earlier this month. The day it came out, I think I had just finished working a night shift, and I said, I I'm going to Barnes & Noble. I'm staying up until 10 a.m. when they open, and I'm going to Barnes & Noble, and I'm getting this book. Because, actually, yeah, I did. Yeah. For a second, I was like, wait, did I pre-order this? No, I didn't pre-order it for some reason. Nick Blake and the Remarkables by Miss Angie Thomas. Love to see it. I'm so excited to read this. I have already heard super good things about it. I don't know much except for the main character's brother loses his memory or something. I don't even know if that's right, because I know that Angie wrote this like in relation to her grandma having Alzheimer's or dementia. So I know it has something to do with the story. Honestly, I'll read anything that Angie writes because all her other books so far have been, I think I've rated all of them 5 stars, maybe 4 out of 5 stars. Either way, super good. One of my auto-buy authors. And yeah, hopefully I can get to this in May because I obviously didn't get to it in April yet. But that concludes my book haul. I hope you guys liked it. Out of all of these, which do you recommend I read next? Personally, I'm leaning towards this guy, but we'll see. I'm a mood reader, so it really, I cannot do like a set TBR necessarily, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, comment down below your thoughts, and thank you.